Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be trying something a bit different. I found a deck list online from a player that goes by the Exiled. It was from a small tournament, so not big, but they did finish in the final bracket in the top 8, and I was curious because this is a Djinn deck that plays tons of big creatures, but it doesn't actually play Smuggler Surprise, which feels like it should be here. So I want to give it a go and see what I'm missing. So starting at the top, it does actually play Say Its Name, which means we are going to play some Altanek, which is actually really cool. And there's going to be multiple ways to fill our graveyard in this deck to, I guess, help us get access to the extra Say Its Name. It does have Outcast or Trailblazer, which helps us get cards and can make it easier for us to cast some of our stuff. Geological Appraiser is an interesting choice here because we're likely to either hit a Trailblazer or a Say Its Name. Not sure if those are good enough to hit off of this, but we'll see. Harvester of Misery. This is good because everything in the deck's so expensive. This does give you a removal spell for 2 mana, which is pretty good. Then later in the game, the only thing that's a kill of yours is the Trailblazer, and you could probably live with that if you need to get rid of multiple tokens from the opposition. Overlord of the Belmerk. This is another way to get stuff in the graveyard. Obviously, we can pick up any of the major creatures we have that hit there other than our other Overlords, but it is a big 5/5, and that'll work. Overlord of the Hauntwoods obviously helps us ramp up, so casting all these things is not a problem. And Overlord of the Belmerk, or Boiler Bilges, sorry, we have 3 Overlords in this deck, is actually able to just do significant damage. And we might even just be able to cast this straight up. But we do need other removal in the meantime of getting to play these, and Trumpet Incarnosaur does that very well, right? Deals 3 damage to a creature or a Planeswalker if we sacrifice it, but also has Discover 5, which means we could possibly get Overlord of the Hauntwoods, of the Belmerk. We might hit a Harvester of Misery. We could get a Geological Appraiser. Like, we have some really good hits off of this. So, not a bad inclusion. And then, of course, we have some Virtue of Persistence, more 2 mana removal. But also, if we stick it late with this extra mana that we have, there's a good chance that we just start getting our big monsters out of the graveyard, and that ends the game. And because we're playing Say Its Name, we got to have a couple copies of Altanek. And it is possible we get these fairly cheap or free. So, we'll see how things work out. Now, as always, you want to get to the end of the video because after we play it, we'll likely have some suggestions or thoughts or whatever. But if you do like it, when you get there, we'll have a link in the description. It'll take you over to Moxfield, a channel sponsor, where you can download this and try it for yourself. And by the way, they're supporting us. So if you want to host deck lists somewhere, go put them over on Moxfield. Also, if you want to buy this in paper, the channel is now sponsored by Tales of Adventure. That's TOAMagic.com. You can use code DRAGON to save you 5%. Which isn't nothing because there's a lot of new stuff. Foundations is coming, just all kinds of things, and it's good for everything on their website. For now, though, let's go see if just playing the best cards is an easy way to win. All right, let's try it. I think if we do this and we just go get a mount in, we're pretty safe here. I think. Even though getting a swamp also checks that, but if I get a mountain, it at least gives us access to green. We'll pass the turn. I mean, we got the removal hand here against Lizards, so it's not the worst. All right. Excellent. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this. Just keep them off threats as long as we can. And lately, the Lizards decks have moved to playing a bunch of the cards that like protect your creature if it would be targeted or whatever. So like gives it indestructible, that thing. All right, let's just kill that before they get to do anything. That can stay on top. Gecko, get you 2 more mana. Alright, we could rock with that. I think I'm just going to put a big body in the way. And then we get to return, so it's probably going to be a removal spell. Though, arguably... Oh, I couldn't return the other Overlord anyway. Deep Cavern Bat. Boy, you're going to be sad when you see this hand. It's wild being at 22 life against an aggro deck like Lizards. Ah, they took the say its name. Interesting. Not sure I would have predicted that. Yeah, go for the throat works. Why not? Oh, well, that also works. Just off both the knuckleheads. Yep. And now we're in pretty good shape. I don't think Lizards are going to do much from here. Yeah, they're digging. Yeah, cut down doesn't really kill anything in our deck. Think we attack? And we're just going to go with another Overlord. Let's return this guy. Our hand is creatures, but it's basically all removal, except for the say its name. Alright, they're discarding the draw. Getting a lot of use out of their geckos. Sure, he gone. That is a proud little gecko. Just trying to do its thing. Alright. Yeah, opponent, I don't think you have any outs here, friend. I mean, sure, gotta fight to keep alive, I guess. Alright. Sweet. More bodies. With my luck, their last card would be something like the sweeper or whatever, and then we just have to reload the board. Nope, don't have to worry about it. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's see what we got. We will definitely keep that. Like, you got to get to at least 4 mana for anything to function, really. I'm going to go ahead and get one of these down now. See what we find. I'll take this. There's probably many cases where I would take the Harvester, but I already have Virtue to try to kill something if we need to. Okay. Let's go ahead and plot this. Oh, so we're playing the deck where you got, like, the Oculus and all that stuff. Alright. Well, we know what we're up against, so you just kind of got to take our time here. Try to say its name. If you want to copy it or counter it, fine. I don't mind. Feel free to counter. Okay, that works. We'll just go get a Foresta, and we'll do it again. Because I think we have to. And this time I might have to get a Harvester, so we can have Harvester plus Virtue to try to kill some... Oh! Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I can get untapped land, we get to play Carnosaur? Yeesh. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think we take Carnosaur anyway, because we have access to Trailblazer, if necessary. Alright, that works. You want to bounce it? We could live with that. What you won't do, opponent? What you won't do? Yeah, I guess I'll let you counter this. Wait. Yeah, we let them counter it. We're okay with that. Yep, don't hate it at all. Let's go here, let's go here. Get a red mana. Play this dude out. Got the last one of these. Fantastic. We will get probably the Overlord. Then we'll go ahead and get a big dude out of our library. Altanak incoming. Get a card. Alright, that was a pretty productive turn. We got the card into our hand that they countered anyway. We got an Altanak out of the deck. We got to draw an extra card. Yeah. Good job. Oh, man. What do we do with it? I guess. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to keep it. This is a bad keep, though, because we're not really doing anything significant till turn 3. Oh, we're going to lose the Say Its Name. Gosh dang it. That was one of the few things we could at least think about doing. But to be fair, Say Its Name being in the graveyard isn't the worst thing, right? We'll look at the upsides. Gonna make us discard again? Nope. Alright. Leave that on top. The value they're gonna get from that over these next couple turns is gonna hurt. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and fire one of these off. I mean, even if they play something we could kill, we have the ability to do that with the Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. Except if it's that. We can't kill that. So we might just die to that. Alright, let's go with this, see if maybe we find something good here. You know what? We'll take it. It's not great, but we'll take it. Alright. I don't know how we can get out of this. I mean, if we were to get... We could, like, hit it for 4 and -2. Or we could double hit it with Carnosaurs. So, like, there's combinations, I guess. Fortunately, our hand's all creatures, and they can't really do much about that. Though they might unlock their other door. And that's going to be real tough. We'll see, though. Alright. Fortunately, that exiles and doesn't die, so we don't lose the 2 life from the Archfiend's ability. I kind of want to play something else, but I don't think that's the right thing to do here. Let's try to attack. Can we do it on their turn to make it worth it? Yeah, I guess so. We'll see what happens. I mean, they know what's in our hands, so it's not like it's that big of a surprise. Alright, let's kill this. And hope this is enough. Alright, cool, it's dead. So now they draw cards, but they lose life. Which is relevant. Go to attack. They don't appear to have anything. Interesting. Huh. Well, I guess I'm just going to do this. If they have a sweeper, they have a sweeper, I guess. Oh, they had to counter. Alright, fair enough. And they have another Archfiend. Alright, I guess we're dead. GG's. We're not coming back from that. Oh, man. Alright, we're going to keep, but this is where the lands don't quite work out the way we want. I do have some changes for this, though, this deck at the end of the video, for sure. I'm going to do this. And go get a swamp if we need to. Bandit's Talent, sure. You can have probably a say its name. Weird, you don't ever usually see blue in these discard decks. So that's a little bit of a surprise. Wonder if they're not really a discard deck. They just happen to be playing Bandit's Talent. Alright, I was hoping that might be an untapped land, but it didn't quite work the way we wanted to. But we do still technically have 2 removal cards. Alright, now we're just getting silly here. Let's get rid of... I mean, I guess I could put this in the yard and then get it back, though. But then if I get an untapped... Alright, I guess it's gotta be Overlord. Though Overlord was a real possibility to just get back Trailblazer, would have been fine. And would have kept other cards in our hand. Yada, yada, yada. Alright. Maybe they are a discard deck. I don't know. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out what's going on here. Which is part of the reason I'm also struggling on what I should be keeping in hand or not here. I'm going to assume this is the least important thing. I really just want an untapped green source here, because I think if we could play this, hold on to Carnosaur for a turn would be nice. Let's see if we can find one. Nope, we cannot find one. I mean, I guess we could use Fable Passage. I guess that's what we do here. If I do this now, use this, then I need them to not make us discard Carnosaur, right? I'm just trying to wonder if that's worth it or not. That's what I'm contemplating here. 1, 2, because that would give it... You know what? I gotta go for it. I gotta go for it. Get green. Use this, also go get green. Play this guy. Like, they might use a removal card here. And then we start taking a bunch of damage from Bandit's Talents after that, but it is what it is. I mean, we could also hit like an Overlord of the Bellmark, which puts another card in our hands. So, like, I don't know. If Trailblazer lives, we also get to put cards in our hand, potentially. Alright, so Tithing Blade makes us sacrifice that. That's fine. So our plan didn't get blown up too badly here, which is good. So we're going to take some damage from those. Oh. Play this. Play this. Let's see what happens. Hey, cool. That works. So not only do we get a card from into our hand, which will probably be Overlord. We also get to use this and get rid of 2 of these. Go to our library. Actually, hold on. I need to make sure we didn't flip them. We didn't. All right. Cool. All right. We're doing things. Still not sure what the opponent's deck is totally, but we're doing stuff. All right, that I'm not sure what just happened. They just played a land and passed here. mean, something's got to die here, right? You're not just going to take 16. Oh, return that guy. Yeah, sure. I mean, we could just play it for 7. But I think we're better off just playing this and then keeping our hand loaded. You know what? I think I'm just going to take a Carnosaur here. Play a land. In the turn. So just keeping a handful of, like, monsters right now that they got to deal with. And we've already done our say its name trickery. Alright, sure. That goes. I mean, realistically, I think we just put the Carnosaur on the yard. But if they have another kill spell, they have another kill spell. I see. Alright, good trick. Good trick. Sure. Alright. Still not 100% sure what they're doing, but, you know, we're going to keep on keeping on. Alright. This should get us just the, I was going to say, yeah. That'll work. Nothing to do with the mana. Pass the turn. Alright. So now we have a whole pile of things they got to deal with. And they know we have a 9/9 in hand. And somehow, at this stage of the game, we have taken no damage from triple Bandit's talent, which seems insane. Just enough value on our creatures here where we're just like getting things for playing things. And it's keeping us in this. There was Mosswood Dread Knights in there. Oh, I think we got a roper. Love that. Oh, nope, they're passing. They're not completely roping. All right, we're just gonna attack. More mana, not that we need it. Gotta bounce something? I mean, the thing is, 3 of these getting bounced actually give us more value. Actually, all of these give us some amount of value, really, when they're bounced, which is funny. Sure. Overlord. And then kill Carnosaur? Just returning Carnosaur. Alright, so what if I just play Carnosaur? Oh, wait. We're still in the attack step. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play Carnosaur here again. We might get 2 cards. Alright. I don't know why I haven't cracked this Fable Passage sitting here. Alright. Get some mana and some cards. Doop. Oh, nice. Yep. Let's get green. Resolve that. Get a card. I mean, we just have so much value. They can't... There's nothing they're going to be able to do here. Just go get... I was going to say, whatever basics are left, go ahead and play this out. Alright. Play a land. End the turn. There we go. Alright. Okay. What are we going to do with this? I'm going to mulligan this because we're not really doing anything with that. We can keep this, though. Let's go Trailblazer put away. And we can at least say its name and see what we find. Unless I need to kill something here. Yep, I may need to kill that. Alright. Disappointing. Hopefully we'll draw an untapped red source. Come on, deck. Untap red source. So we can use this Carnosaur. Yeah, that's going to be tough. We did do the deed, though. So that's good. Yeah, we're going to pass. Though I probably should just take out the scavenger there. But I'm hoping to maybe they'll spend some mana. We can try to kill a thing. Though if they protect it, we're kind of wrecked unless we get another untapped source here. Red source, so we can use our boiler bilges. I mean, I guess we could top deck another Carnosaur, but easier said than done. Ooh, gross. Alright, I mean... if I target this, they can still play another thing, then it'll enter... I guess we have to target this. We don't really get to kill anything with the Carnosaur, sadly, if we target the Swiss Spear. Like, the only way that works is if they don't have another card. Yeah, I assume they had something like that. That was my concern. Why I should have killed it on my turn. Yep. Now we got to draw the untapped land or we're kind of in trouble. Alright, need an untapped red source. Or else we can't win. You know, we gotta keep this, right? I mean, we can kill something, we can cast a thing. Like, you can't really ask for too much more out of this hand. That can stay on top in case a bat comes down and makes our life a little uncomfortable. It did not, though. Play this, and I guess we'll go ahead and try to say its name. Why not? Found the first one, and we will take... I think a Carnosaur here is probably fine. Probably a Liliana here. Nope, an Unstoppable Slasher. Well, I guess we just give the Slasher a -3. And they have another one, of course. Why do our opponents always... like, lately it feels like people have 2 of those against us all the time, which is so annoying. Let's see. What do we have in hand? Just another Fable Passage. Yeah, I guess I'll get a Mountain. Not terrible, not terrible. Alright, I guess we just pass here. So I figure out what we're going to do. And a Deep Cavern Bat. Alright, well, don't want to lose that, obviously. I don't know what our real plan is here, though. Like, obviously, they have to have at least one removal card. So... I mean, if I were them, you just take Harvester of Misery. Yeah, that makes the most sense. Alright, I guess we go get the Swamp. And now I'm just trying to figure out, like, is there even a good play here? Like, we play the Overlord, but then what happens? I'm tempted to do Overlord of the Bellmark, because I might hit a Say Its Name. Alright, let's try it. We did not. That is unfortunate. I guess got to take one of those. Alright, well, we're going to lose half our life here. Because I can't imagine they're going to let us keep this Overlord of the Belmark. That'd be crazy. Or very unlucky for the opponent. I mean, I guess there's a world where their hand could be like, I don't know, a bunch of Shieldrids or something. I mean, obviously we're blocking. Sure. Alright, I guess they're looking for lands. That makes sense. So now we're faced with the choice. I could Trailblazer, get rid of one of those. Buy us more time. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, God, there's a lot. I feel like I'm making so many decisions here. I guess we just go Trailblazer. Get red. Get rid of that. And that buys us some semblance of time while we figure this out. I mean, it's probably a big demon here anyway. Big 6/6. Which is its own problem, but, you know, one thing at a time. Hey, guess what? I have 2 Overlords. No demon, which is kind of good. Well, I guess now we're just playing Virtue then. that's going to be our turn. Triple bat. That is something. Oh, I guess I needed this land. I wasn't thinking. Good top deck, though, I guess. Well, I might as well attack. I'm not going to be able to block anything here, right? And they don't want to give us the Overlords back. Alright, so we can get Overlord for free. Oh, there's an Aclazotz. That's a much bigger problem. Alright, our graveyard. We get Overlord of the Belmark. Hopefully flip a say its name. We did not. Oh, we did. Alright. So now we return... Ooh, actually, if we return Harvester, we would lose our Trailblazer, but we get rid of 3 things? That seems good. And then we drew one of the Altanacs. That's funny. Is that the only one? Other one's still on the deck, right? So let's go here, and let's just get our card now. Get our last one. And then I think we just go ahead and Harvester here. Get us a card. We can now kill... Man, this is a complicated sequence of stuff going on here. But we got Aclazotz out of the way. Alright, cool. That was a big turn. We got a bunch of cards. We got our things back. We eliminated the opponent's board. We got rid of Aclazotz. Like 80 things had to happen there. Alright. Sure, we're obviously willing to block. I don't care. My stuff's coming back from the yard anyway. They can't flip that because they have 2 cards in hand and we obviously have plenty. Breacher's annoying, but fine. You know, I think I'm going to go... Actually, how many cards do I have left? 27? I think we might be in that business. I'm half thinking, like, if I don't block, could I just attack for enough to force them to block and kill them before we run out of life? But I feel like that's just trying too hard. I could also get their Slasher, too, if I want to just be a nuisance right back. But go to our graveyard. Let's get... Let's snag this guy. Has trample. Yeah, opponent's just saying good game. There's just too much value coming back. Well, this is pretty bad. I think we're mulliganing that one. This is slightly better. Get rid of one of those. Oh, actually. This is tough because I kind of want to have the access to black mana, but I need double green for this guy. Ugh, gross. I guess we got to do that. That actually kind of hurts, believe it or not. Well, I guess we're getting rid of one of those anyway. Alright, well, going after the black mana, I suppose. Bandit's Talent. Cruel Claw's Heist. Sure. I mean, that's what I would take. Make it hard for us to do anything. Yep, that makes the most sense by a long shot. I mean, I wasn't going to be able to do anything with it for a minute, but also whatever they let us keep was going to determine somewhat what our hand looks like, so there is that. Hopeless Nightmare, sure. We'll get rid of this. Wow, deck, really? That's amusing. Well, they know we have a Carnosaur. I will just kill that, because why not? Ta-da! I have 2 more Carnosaurs, opponent. Maybe their hand is just kill spells. Looks like it might be. Alright, can we top deck another land? That would be awesome. An untapped land at that. And they'd probably get a bandit sound. Oh, they left both on top? Yeah, guaranteed one's a discard spell and one's like Shieldred or something. Yep, there's a heist. Sounds good. Alright, you're the next best thing, I guess. Sure. I mean, I can't do anything with it, but I have 2 creatures. So there's that. Alright, that works. Overlord of the Bellmark, sure. Found a Say Its Name, which is cool. I'll take a Carnosaur, I guess. I mean, against the discard decks, I guess the upside is we at least just have piles of value. Though the opponent making us exile some of the cards is annoying. I mean, opponent, if you can kill my Overlord of the Bellmark, I kind of recommend it. Oh, I found a second Say Its Name. Guess I'm going to take this dude. And just keep valuing up stuff. Because if I find another Say Its Name, like this, then we put this in our hand. And then we just go get a 9/9. Again, I don't think we flipped any. We have not. Alright. Go to our library. Alright, opponent. What you want to do? You spent all that time making us discard things. Now what? We got a lot of damage. And our hand's also a lot of damage. You got it, fam. Like, we're not that concerned, really. I gotta be careful not to deck myself here, though. Probably just get this guy. I mean, I don't even mind just playing the Carnosaur out, and if they sweep the board, it's just like, okay, well, we still have stuff. Sure. I'm probably just gonna go with this, actually. Save the big stuff in case there is randomly a sweeper. I'm just gonna put that in hand. Alright. You know what? Nah, we're pretty low. Let's just wait. Like, they've got to deal with so many things right now. Yeah, that doesn't matter very much here. Yep, Bandit's Talent does nothing. Yep, alright, cool. Turns out we might not really have to fear the discard decks that much. I mean, admittedly, if the opponent would have got like a Liliana during the course of that game, it could have got kind of weird. Though we did have a lot of Carnosaurs, also killer. So maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. They did a lot. And we were never really behind because we had all these things that were getting extra cards and extra value, which is pretty cool. Okay, so as it works out, like, I don't like these Discover lanes because the only things we could really hit are Appraiser. Like, if we hit Appraiser, it's good. If we hit Say Its Name, it's okay, right? If we hit Trailblazers, it's bad. So, like, there's not enough upside to having these. And I would rather have... If we're going to play them, like, having one feels like it would be okay. But I'd rather just have some other, like, basics there. Because we have a lot of times where we need an untapped land on 2 or on 3. Like, we just don't have the time to mess around, I think. At least that's the way it feels to me. So, I would rather just up our lands here. Yeah, I think something like this is probably closer to what I would want. Maybe that. All right. And then that still leaves us at 26 lands, which isn't terrible since we can dig for spells a little bit here. Now, overall, I'm kind of split because we won some games in some crazy ways and did some big stuff. But I also felt like there were times this deck needed to be able to remove like artifacts or enchantments, and it just doesn't, right? I would like to be able to trick some things into play, and other than like hard ramping, we really can't do that. So it's not bad. It does mostly what we want it to do, and I can see how it could have top 8'd an event, no matter how big or small or whatever, because you are playing just some of the best cards in these colors, right? Just playing cards full of value to do what they do, right? Every single thing is getting us something, right? Say Its Name's probably the only one that doesn't fit that bill, but like, all right, we get mana and or cards. We get an additional card. We're getting to kill multiple things when it comes into play, right? Or it serves as removal. This comes into play, puts a card in our hand. This comes into play, gets it some mana. This comes into play, kills something, right? Like, every single thing is an extra ability that's very good. So, it makes sense. It's almost like every card is 2 to 3 different cards, which helps. So, I say all that to say, the deck's actually playable as is. And it is a very large number of threats. I mean, there are 27 creatures in the deck. So it's not like there's no threats there. And you have Overlord and the Virtue to keep bringing stuff back. So your opponent has a lot they have to deal with. I personally do like playing... If I'm going to do the ramping thing or whatever, I kind of want to just have the option to be able to play Smuggler Surprise. Because during their end step, I'd like to do that instead of have to do everything on my turn. That said, this deck still won a fair amount of games. So, what do I know, you know? I think this can still be difficult. The matchup with, like, auras and stuff is tough. So, I want to play more games after this to try to, like, decide that a little bit. But overall, this is a cool thing, right? If you're trying to do Say Its Name, Altanak, you know, whatever, like, this checks those boxes. I can't really hate on it. So... Really, mostly the lands are what I'm changing here. I'm not going to mess with too much of the deck. So, if you want to play it, here's what we got. 4 Say Its Name, 4 Outcast or Trailblazer, 4 Appraiser, 4 Harvester of Misery, 3 Overlord of the Belmerks, 4 Overlord of the Hauntwoods, 2 Overlord of the Boiler Bilges, 4 Trumpeting Carnosaur, 3 Virtue of Persistence, 2 Altanak, the Thrice Called, 3 Swamp, 3 Mountain, 3 Forest, 1 Hidden Nursery, 4 Blazemire Verge, 4 Underground Mortuary, 4 Thornspire Verge, 4 Fable Passage. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I will probably be swapping a couple of land for Restless Land, so we have some creature lands, I think is what I want to do with this. But that'll be in what gets posted at the end. But yeah, this is another crazy thing. I'm going to keep looking for stuff to play in Standard, so subscribe, all that good stuff. And don't forget, if you want to get some magical things, check out TOAMagic.com. That's Tales of Adventure. Use code DRAGON. You'll save 5% of your stuff. Otherwise, y'all go have fun in Standard. There's tons of stuff, and we'll be talking about Foundation soon, and there'll be all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, that's all I got for you now. We'll see you next time.